Welcome to the Algarve circuit here in Portimao, Portugal for the third race of the 2012 FIA Formula 2 Championship. The green flag waved at the back of the field, the third round of the championship about to get underway. We wait for the red lights here at the Algarve. And we're away. Who's going to get the best getaway? It's a good start from Morocco. He's going to get past Marcus Pommer, who's got an awful wheel spin. But Bacheta moves into the lead. Tusha up into second place. David Zhu has made an excellent start coming up the inside, and he's almost going to get past Marcus Pommer, who's squeezed out wide. Dan McKenzie going out wide as well. Zanella and Marinescu have both made good starts as they head down into turn 3. As soon as I say that, Zanella locks up, goes wide, loses a couple of places, but rolls safely through the vertical corners, which is important. Side by side between Hurst and Zamparelli, a little bit further back as we run down now into the hairpin of turn 5, and Bacheta has started to stretch his legs already, which I think is important. Mega start from David Zhu up into 4th place.
That was fantastic. I'm really pleased to see Tusha staying up there as well. He starts off fantastic film with them. He's feeling mature to the first race.
A lot of wheel spin though for second place man Marcus Pommer. He has dropped back considerably. We'll try and figure out exactly what position he is in. Zanella goes wide again as they crest the hill. Pommer is only in 5th place, so he hasn't lost out too much, but he's going to be right behind David Zhu as they come through the right-hander at turn 14 in a few moments' time. Zamparelli trying to hustle his way past Dan McKenzie as this very, very hilly racetrack, frankly, sees them wind through the left-hander now at turn 12, 80 kilometers an hour. David Zhu's gone wide. Pommer's going to have the outside line through this right-hander, which may allow him to get the cutback, and therefore the better run out. He's not even going to, the boost is only activated after the first lap, so if Pommer gets this done, it'll all be through slipstreaming. But as they fly through the fantastic turn 15 and out onto the start, finish straight, Marcus Pommer is going to be tucked right up behind Zhu. Across the line comes Bacheta then. He has already got a 1-second advantage. Kevin Morocco is challenging for second position. It's almost 3, 4, 5 wide further back in the field as Marinescu challenges Christopher Zanella. Pommer wasn't close enough. I thought he had so much more pace. I thought he'd be able to get a look there.
Just something else so far in this race. He saw that it did start with something at the beginning. Defend those positions.
So Christopher Zanella running very, Mihai Marinescu running very wide. So it's Morocco in 3rd, David Zhu in 4th, Marcus Pommer in 5th, Christopher Zanella and Mihai Marinescu running 6th and 7th, Zamparelli 8th. Dan McKenzie unfortunately has lost out at the start. He started the race in 5th position, has now dropped down into 9th place. It's right on. Here comes Mihai Marinescu going past Christopher Zanella for 6th position, down into turn 1. Is he going to be able to get the job done on the brakes? Zanella's going to try and hang it around the outside. Marinescu spins back in front of the traffic. He may all manage to avoid him, but Mihai Marinescu challenges for 6th and drops down the field. Here's a look at the replay. I presume that he's come off the throttle on the pretty much on the apex.
Christopher had definitely decided he was going to turn into that corner, so I'm glad Mihai did back out of it.
Here we've got Plamen Kralev going past Max Snegerev down into the hairpin. Good move from Plamen. That puts him up into 14th place. Snegerev is then going to lose out, and there's Marinescu right at the back of that pack as well, as we see Parthiva Suresh-Warren now passing Max Snegerev. Oh, very, very close. Snegerev hung on around the outside. I mean, I would potentially argue that he went over the confines of the racing circuit to hold on to that position, but obviously that's a job for David Scott, the race director, not me sitting up here in the commentary box, which is gradually getting more rain on the window. And that's a spin for Max Snegerev, the Auto GP racer, coming out of, I think that's out of turn 4, isn't it? Heading down towards turn 5. This is going to be a 3-way battle over 7th place as we exit through turn 15, dropping down the hill at 230 kilometers an hour out onto the straight. And it hasn't worked out for McKenzie. He's going to fall into the clutches of Alex Fontana before too long. Down into turn 1. Zamparelli goes super defensive. McKenzie tries to sell in the dummy, but it's not quite enough. Fontana's going to try and get the comeback, and Fontana goes through, does he? Into the right-hander at turn 2. Yes, good move from Alex Fontana. Here comes Marcus Pommer in the battle for 4th place. Zhu covers the inside line, and Pommer still can't do anything about it unless he can do a Fontana and get the cutback. Zhu goes wide. Pommer sticks his nose up the inside. Not brave enough. Not enough room on the brakes into turn 3. There's, Fontana's past Zamparelli, but Zamparelli's going to come back up the inside. This is a replay and retake that position. Is that going to allow Dan McKenzie No, Mackenzie's not quite with the party at the moment, is he? So, good battles throughout the field. I have to wonder what's going on here. It's Fontana. Hector Hurst has suddenly joined this battle. So this is now over 8th position, and Mackenzie has dropped back. So Hector Hurst has found some pace from somewhere. So Zamparelli we've got in 7th place. Then 8th place is the man in front there, Alex Fontana. 9th place is that unmissable livery of Hector Hurst. So they have, I wonder if they've just used up their tyres in all their battling, and Hurst has been able to reel them in. But here comes Marcus Pommer, right in the slipstream of David Zhu. Is this move finally going to be made? He's got the outside line, he's got the boost, and he's managed to get past. So David Zhu is demoted unless he can get the cutback coming out of turn 1 through 2. Not close enough, but Zhu, importantly, is going to have a lot of boost saved, and so if he can stay with Pommer, he's still got the opportunity, but I think Pommer may ultimately have more speed. The race leaders come across the line, 1.1 seconds between them. It's worth considering, of course, very similar situation to what we saw at Silverstone, but with Marinescu leading and Becchetta second. Again, it's that situation where you don't know if Tusha is pushing as hard as he can just to stay this close behind, or if he's doing a Becchetta and just waiting until the time is right to attempt an attack. And here we go again. Alex Fontana is now past Dino Zamparelli for 7th place, coming down into turn 5. So is Hector Hurst going to be able to make the move through as well? So Zamparelli, we've seen him backing the field up. I feel like Fontana's got past Zamparelli a couple of times already in this race. Such has been the intense battling in the midfield. Mackenzie looking up the inside. He's now been caught by Mihai Marinescu. He has got a good run, but Marinescu's got a good run as well. They're going to be side by side over the start straight. Look at that, Marinescu.
Could this be 2 in 1?
Yeah, it could make up 2 positions on one straight. He tries to force Calamir out of it. Good work from Mihai Marinescu. That moves him up into 11th place, I believe. We're waiting for the time screen to sort themselves out on that last lap, but from what I can tell, that's 11th place for Mihai Marinescu. Not far of picking up a point. And look at the gap for the lead. It has considerably come down with just 3 laps to go. It's going to be a wheel-to-wheel battle between Becchetta and Tusha. Is this a point now for Mihai Marinescu? I think it is, going past Victor Guerin. So he is now up into 10th position, I believe, because I think he made that move after the actual timing screen. But yeah, 2 wins so far this season for Luciano Becchetta, leading the championship. But as they come down to start the final lap, is this going to be the final opportunity for Tusha, interestingly, because it is the best place to overtake down here into turn 1.
It is. If he gets on that boost on the last lap, if he has any left, of course, he could end up with wheel spin. We've seen these guys sliding, they're pushing so hard. But interesting, the times are going very well, and Tusha just did the fastest 3rd sector of the race.
He is right with Luciano Becchetta on the run down into turn 1, trying to get the car stopped as we begin this final lap. Really, I would suggest there's probably only one more overtaking opportunity, which is going to be out of turn 3, through the kink at turn 4, and down into the hairpin at turn 5. Past that BZ sign they go, and I think Becchetta is going to just about have enough to hold on at the moment. The AstroTurf goes flying, and Becchetta has got enough of a margin into turn 5, so Tusha now is going to have to start getting inventive if he wants to win this race. It's been a fantastic opening race of the weekend here at the Algarve. Becchetta is still sliding the car out, but I think he's got just enough. Tusha very tidy through that final turn 14. Now just the kink at turn 15 left for the final lap of the race. Luciano Becchetta, in the 3rd race of the season, is about to take his 3rd victory. Tusha's pretty close as they come across the line, but in the end, Becchetta takes the checker flag by just 0.3 of a second. He's delighted with that fantastic race up at the front of the field. They've been really putting each other under a lot of pressure. 3rd place for Kevin Morocco. Good to see the Polish driver coming across the line in 3rd position. 4th for Marcus Pommer, after he spent a long time getting past David Zhu, who's about to come across the line. Strong performance from him as well. Zanella crests the hill in 6th place. 7th position, I think, is going to be Alex Fontana. It's still all to play for. There's Victor Guerin. He's going to finish 11th with Marinescu in 10th. There is Fontana across the line in 7th. 8th for Dino Zamparelli. 9th for Hector Hurst. 10th and a point for Mihai Marinescu. 11th for Victor Guerin. 12th for Mauro Calamir. So Becchetta and Tusha shake hands, congratulate each other after what was a very hard-fought race. Let's hear from our Luciano Becchetta, race winner.
Luciano, congratulations on your third straight win. How much pressure were you under there?
Quite a lot. You know, in the beginning, I wasn't too worried because I knew that if he got past me, I could have boosted past again. But then I saw that he was, waiting for the end to try and overtake me. So I was pushing really hard in the beginning to try and get out of the second gap, and I couldn't. So I just had to, drive my race and just wait for him to launch an attack at the end. So it was tough.